This is Quantum. So what is Quantum, I hear you all say. So it's an acrylic-based polyurethane, solvent-borne. Is that correct, Clive?
Yep, that's it.
And what are PU acrylics? Or acrylic PUs, I should say.
These are 2 packs. They're chemically cured, so they need you need to add a hardener or a catalyst or a part B, second component, whatever you want to call it, and they cure to a very hard, very durable coating. They're used in the widely in the paint industry, but they lend themselves very well to high specification.
What can you tell us about the actual technology? What sort of attributes does it provide?
Yeah, the polyurethanes. The fundamentals of polyurethanes are that they can go from being really hard and super tough, right the way through to soft, flexible, highly elastic coatings. So it allows us as formulators to tune the backbone of the chemistry to get something that's got the right chemical resistance and scratch resistance you need in use, but retain flexibility so the paint doesn't crack. It allows the wood to breathe and to move when it needs to. So it's the second component aspect of it. The cross-linker just boosts all these properties. It brings a lot of resistance properties to the polyurethane backbone. Good weathering, because it's acrylic. That gives you the good weathering, unlike an alkyd. Acrylic gives you good weathering, good light fastness, exceptional clarity. So it allows the wood. We're all about the beauty of the wood showing through. That's what you get with these.
Very good. So let's take a look at a couple of Quantum products in more detail. Let's head over and look at their sealers. So we've got Quantum Isolating Sealer 160. I'm right, Clive. This is the go-to sealer.
Yes. Yeah. This is your start point. If you're in this league of high-end coating, this is the one to go for. It's got isolating properties, so if it's a very difficult wood or it's in a extreme environment, the isolating properties help keep those stainings and things like that, keep them down. Exceptionally fast filling, so you're building layers very quickly. Fast drying, you're building layers quickly, saving you time, getting you to a fully finished product quickly. It's used for open pour and for closed pour, and this is a fairly unique product in that you can use the hardener at 2 different levels. If you just need it to work as a sealer, you can use the hardener at a lower level. If you want the isolating performance, then you can add a higher level of hardener, and that boosts the isolator. But it's the go-to one, very fast.
Just going back to what you said about open pour and closed pour there, you're right that I think in that's more in the furniture world, people refer to open pour, closed pour. In our world, which is a bit more marine based, people would say fully grain filled, perhaps. So that would be here, fully grain filled, and this is more of an open pour.
That's spot on. Yeah, and I think we all have different ways of talking about these things, but those pictures sum it up really well.
Just Clive, sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
It's Simon here. Just the IS 160 we've been using quite a lot, but I was using the S 180 with a customer the other day. I have to say the clarity in that. Normally the isolating primers have a milkiness to them, so you can only build them so far. But the clarity on the S 180 is great, but it's missing the eye. It's missing the isolator bit. If you're dealing with timbers that are not so oily like teak and Morocco and things like that, can you get away with just going with the S 180?
Yeah. You only need to use the isolating aspect of it when you need to. So you need to understand the substrate you're coating. If that wood needs an or would benefit from an isolator, you can use the isolator if you want to, but you don't have to if the wood doesn't need it. And you're right, clarity for both of these products. In fact, for all of the Quantum products, clarity is the go-to aspect of it. Is they're very good. S180 is a new product, and we've increased the clarity of it, so you can see what the wood's doing underneath.
The samples that we sprayed out looked pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen.
No problem. So we've started off well with two pretty good sealers, Clive. Should we look what we can top coat them with? So Quantum have a few different top coats. The T260, I'm going to call it T260 family because these are all quite similar. What can you tell us about those?
Yes, they're in the same family as the IS 160. T means it's a top coat. The 260 range comes in a wide range of gloss levels, and that allows you to choose what market you're aiming at. Two component, they go-to products. In fact, if you were using a relatively neutral wood, an easy to coat wood, and you wanted just a quick single coat or a quick open pore finish, you wouldn't even need the sealer. You can go directly with these.
Wow.
These are coat on coat paints, so you can apply two coats of this. You don't need the sealer. You only use the sealer if you want to, if you need to. These will work on their own. Wide range of gloss levels, particularly like the T26105, which is a matte, dead matte finish. It's really good, really nice appearance. They've all got good performance. They've all got good light fastness. So we go from the 05, which is dead matte, right the way through a range of gloss levels, right up to the 26390, which is absolutely clear, high gloss, wet look finish. It flows out well off the gun, but then you usually end up polishing it to get out any kind of surface flaws. Very easy to polish. Most polishing systems will do it, but very easy to polish.
I must admit, I've rarely seen a top coat system that has so many gloss levels available. You know, you're looking at 10 gloss, well, 5 gloss units, 10 gloss units, 15, 30, 80, and then up to 90. All that for one system. So pretty amazing. We do find the T260 30 GU, roughly 30% gloss, is pretty popular with our customers. Real nice sort of warm satin sheen to it. You can see a little bit in the background of that photo there.
It's interesting what you said about the warmth. The one thing that the quantum products and PUs in general bring is they warm the wood up. They react with the surface of the wood, and they give a really nice warmth, a nice wetting appearance on that wood. That's another thing quantum bring to the table.
Just the next product, the T280, that, as I understand, gives you the best sort of mechanical properties. Is that right?
Yeah. The 260 is the go-to product if you're going into a really hostile environment, somewhere where you're going to need, if it's going to be high traffic, hotels, somewhere where these materials are going to get a lot of attract a lot of damage. The T280 just takes it that one stage further. So it's got the best properties, the best scratch resistance, the best chemical resistance, and it has this extra heat resistance. So again, something where people are going to drop cigarette ends or hot surfaces. It just gives you a little bit more resistance, more comfort compared to the others around.
So sort of kitchen worktop sort of stuff as well.
Yes. High end.
Okay. So that sort of wraps up the quantum clear system.